The absolute fastest way to bankrupt your local businesses in 2026 isn't a bad economy. It's picking up the phone when a third-party lead provider calls. Now, if you are a local home service contractor or a medspa owner, you know exactly what I mean. Your stomach drops every time that Angie or Thumbtack dashboard chimes, because you know you're about to blindly race 3 other desperate business owners to the bottom on the price just to win a single job. Now, by the end of this very video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a 10-mile local monopoly geofence that permanently unplugs you from the shared lead cartel, therefore making you the only logical choice for premium clients in your city. If you click away now, you are actively choosing to spend the rest of the year bleeding your profit margins dry in a digital gladiator arena you can never actually win. And I can say that with absolute certainty, because after analyzing millions of dollars in local ad spend, the data makes one thing aggressively clear. The most profitable contractors in your city aren't buying leads. They are monopolizing attention. Now, for context, I'm Peter Fisabolcs and I run Ads and Leads. And the first pillar of the local monopoly is hijacking the neighborhood's baseline attention. You want to stop paying for the shared leads. Therefore, you must capture the prospect before they even type a search into Google. But how do you force a scroller to stop on your video when their brain has been hardwired to ignore anything that looks like marketing? We must exploit a highly specific psychological loophole, which I like to call the 3-second hometown anchor. And right now, you are likely wasting money on a polished cinematic video production. But the exact same moment a homeowner sees a flawless drone footage or a perfectly lit van, their brain's internal ad blocker fires. And you are paying a premium to look professional. Therefore, your massive marketing budget is actively making you invisible. It is exactly like trying to sneak into a heavily guarded fortress while wearing a neon safety vest. But we can bypass this mental alarm using the ugly ad protocol. You must grab your smartphone, drive to a hyper-local landmark like a notoriously terrible 4-way stop sign or the iconic rusted diner downtown, and shoot the video yourself. And you do not talk about the 20 years of experience. Therefore, you do not trigger their sales defense. Instead, you explicitly name the city and the landmark in your very first breath. Your video must open exactly like this. If you live in Chicago and you are exhausted by the endless construction on I-90, therefore, you instantly shatter their scrolling pattern. Because you do not look like a corporate entity. You look like a neighbor complaining about the exact same problem that they have. And with this, you have successfully bypassed their ad blindness and secured their focus. But capturing that hyper-local attention is completely useless if you accidentally show the video to someone 3 times over. Therefore, we have to lock down the ruthless geofence mechanics to trap the exact traffic that we want to reach. Showing a hyper-localized ad to the wrong zip code is exactly like setting your marketing budget on fire. Therefore, we must construct the second pillar of this local monopoly: the ruthless geofence. We have to violently restrict where your money goes. And by default, ad platforms like Meta and Google are designed to spend your budget as fast as humanly possible. Therefore, if you set a 10-mile radius around your shop, their algorithm will secretly expand it to 30 miles under the guise of performance optimization. But a homeowner 30 miles away is not going to hire you. Let's be honest. They are going to hire the plumber down their own street. And allowing the algorithm to secretly expand your reach is exactly like paying to water your neighbor's concrete driveway instead of your own lawn. You are paying for coverage that can never physically grow your business. Therefore, you must go into your campaign settings and manually disable all Advantage Plus or automatic expansion features. You must force the platform to suffocate within a strict, unyielding 10-mile radius. And because you are combining the hometown anchor with the ruthless geofence, your ad frequency within that specific neighborhood skyrockets. You stop being an occasional blip on their feed. Therefore, you become an omnipresent local titan. They see you everywhere and every single day. But building this impenetrable wall of attention is completely useless if you send that hyper-warm traffic to a generic corporate website. Therefore, we must deploy the third and final pillar, the anti-corporate conversion mechanism. Most local business websites are digital graveyards, filled with stock photos of fake, smiling families and a terrifying 10 field contact us form, demanding the prospect's life story. But your prospect just clicked on a raw, authentic video of you standing in front of their local diner, and you dropping them into a generic corporate landing page creates a massive psychological whiplash. Therefore, you must build a dedicated, ugly landing page. And the headline must instantly mirror the exact 3-second hometown anchor from your ad. So if your ad called out Austin's I-35 traffic, your landing page headline must explicitly say fast, honest plumbing for Austin homeowners stuck near I-35. But you cannot stop there. You must ruthlessly delete the massive contact form, and you have to replace it with a single, frictionless call to action. A bold button that says text us a picture of your leaky pipe for a 5-minute quote. Now, because the entire funnel, from the local landmark ad to the strict geofence and ending it with the perfectly mirrored landing page feels like a seamless neighborly interaction, your conversion rate violently spikes. You are no longer fighting for scraps on HomeAdvisor. Therefore, you have successfully built a self-sustaining local monopoly where your competitors are completely irrelevant. But knowing this framework and actually executing it flawlessly are two entirely different beasts. Now you finally understand that beating national brands and aggregator sites isn't about outspending them. It is strictly about out-localizing them. So you combine the hometown anchor, the ruthless geofence, and the anti-corporate conversions to create a closed-loop system where every dollar you spend physically traps the attention of your ideal customer. Now, imagine waking up tomorrow morning and checking your phone, and you do not see a single shared lead notification from Thumbtack or HomeAdvisor. but instead your inbox is filled with direct text messages from local homeowners who have already seen your face, recognized their own neighborhood, and decided that you are the only person they want to work with. Therefore, you are entirely dictating your own price, rather than violently slashing your margins just to win a bid. Now, you can absolutely take this exact blueprint and try to build the entire ecosystem yourself. But manually configuring the backend ad algorithm and scripting the precise psychological hooks takes months of painful and expensive trial and error. And you know this very well. Market share within a 10-mile radius is a zero-sum game. There is only room for one king of the neighborhood. Therefore, the first business to execute this strategy permanently locks out the competition. And if you choose to wait, you are actively choosing to keep funding the shared lead cartel, while your closest competitors claims your territory. Now, if you are tired of buying another shared lead, feel free to click the link in the description and book a call with me and my team. And we can take a look at your specific city together. Now, with these 3 pillars in mind, you can start building your own local monopoly.